Hey, you crappy sister. Still not back, huh? Busy with your poverty-stricken life, I get it. What about our meals and laundry? Piling up. Can you understand Japanese? I told you not to slack off on housework. Even as a high school dropout, you should at least know that, right?
I told you this morning, right? Going on a business trip abroad for a while, starting today.
Huh?
You saw me leaving with my suitcase, right? It wouldn't be such a big suitcase if it were just for work, right?
Huh? So, you're going on a business trip abroad? Yeah, right. That's a lie.
Her?
A high school dropout going on a business trip abroad? That's ridiculous. I bet you can't even speak English properly, right? So, it must be a trip overseas, huh? Did you sign up for a guided tour for Japanese tourists or something? Acting all fancy while struggling with low wages and perpetual financial problems.
I don't want to hear that from someone who flaunts their high education but contributes very little to society.
Huh?
Anyway, I'm not sure when I'll be able to come back from my business trip. Take care of the household chores yourselves.
Huh?
Starting with the one who still has work left, goodbye.
Oof. You're probably just going to some cheap overseas resort, wasting what little money you have. Going on an unauthorized trip abroad and neglecting your household duties. Don't you dare defy me, a high school dropout, as a college graduate. When you come back, you won't get away with it.
Hey, you crappy sister-in-law. Heard you went on a trip abroad, huh?
It's not a trip, it's a business trip. Why do you twist the facts to suit yourselves even when you have the correct information?
How? It's because you're a high school dropout. Trying to impose false information on Danielle and me to show off, forcing us to convert it to the correct information. Do you realize that? That's why Danielle asks if I understand Japanese, you know? It's audacious for someone with low education and income like you to go on a trip abroad.
Are you done saying what you wanted to say?
How?
I am going on a business trip for work. It's not a vacation. Please don't twist and interpret it differently.
Well, sis-in-law, there's no way a high school dropout like you would be assigned such a grand role as a business trip abroad, right? You're not lying.
I have work now.
Wait, hold on. It's unthinkable for someone like you with low education to ignore what I, an educated person, say halfway through. It's impossible. This confirms your punishment.
Hey, you crappy sister. Why is your room's door locked? Can't get in.
It's locked to prevent you from entering without permission, of course.
Huh?
Anyway, are both Danielle and Leah ready to move?
Move?
Did you forget? Both of you had to move in with me because the apartment you used to live in is being demolished. The deadline to find a new place is approaching.
Oh, yeah, sure. Moving, right, moving. I mean, my place is.
What's that supposed to mean?
Nothing, really.
Anyway, please keep the promise and move out on time.
Sis-in-law, seems like you said something weird to Danielle, huh? My house. What's that about?
Her?
Well, since this is your family's house, I guess it makes sense.
Leah, what's the matter? What's wrong with referring to my own house as my house?
Oh, it's nothing. It's a waste of time explaining to someone with a low IQ.
Oh, okay. By the way, it seems like you're getting information from Danielle, right?
What about it?
The deadline for you both to find a new place is approaching.
Oh, yeah. I think she mentioned that. But we don't intend to leave this house.
Her?
I mean, this house will eventually be inherited by Danielle, the eldest son, right? So it's actually you who should leave.
Leah, what are you talking about?
I've already thrown away all your belongings, so you don't need to come back anymore.
What? You threw them away.
Danielle broke into your room that was locked, and we took everything out.
What? He broke in.
Well, we couldn't clean up without doing that, right? We had a company come and take everything from the dresser and all. So, goodbye to your stuff.
I see. That's how it is. So, I don't need to come back.
Yes. From today, this is Danielle's and my house.
Well, I'm glad I don't have to return.
How?
Well, maybe I went too far. There are other procedures to take care of. But now that we've taken everything we need, I have to dispose of the remaining household items. It's a bit troublesome, you know?
How?
Thank you for cleaning up. It really helped me out.
Wait, what? So, you were planning to dispose of them from the beginning?
Yes, that's right. We're moving.
Oh, I see. That's what it was about. You should have just said so from the beginning. I ended up spending unnecessarily.
If you send me your bank account number and photos of the receipts, I'll cover the expenses, okay?
Okay, I'll send them later.
Leah and Danielle, please hurry and proceed with your moving preparations.
How?
There's only one more week. Hurry up.
How? How? Why is 2?
Bo, don't tell me you've forgotten. When you both moved in, didn't I explain it to you? This house is being sold, and we already have a buyer, so we're planning to move out within 2 months.
Huh? The house is being sold?
Hey, sis. Did you really sell this house? What were you thinking?
Looks like you've forgotten again. You're really living up to your reputation of never listening to what others say.
Ha?
Listen, Danielle, this house, which is our ancestral home and our parents' former house, it's actually under my name since our parents moved to Nardu to work reasons.
Ha? Why? It should belong to me as the eldest son.
Both of you have a tendency to spend recklessly, you know. I know that the previous apartment wasn't demolished as you claimed. It was actually because you couldn't pay the rent.
You knew?
I'm pretty sure I mentioned it before. Our father has been confirmed to work as the Nara branch manager until retirement. So they bought a second-hand condominium there for their future home, just the two of them.
What the?
And then, I also received an overseas assignment for work.
Overseas assignment? Coming from someone like you, who didn't even finish high school.
It's true that I've been working at the same company since junior high school graduation. But the reason I couldn't attend high school was that our father fell seriously ill and had to retire, and we didn't have the financial means. There weren't any major issues with my academic performance.
Really?
That's why I worked while obtaining my high school equivalency certificate. I also studied business English at an English language school. I obtained the necessary qualifications for my job. And now, I've even been promoted to department manager.
Ha?
So, in my current overseas assignment, I'm also handling the necessary procedures for our living arrangements here.
Can someone without a high school diploma really get promoted?
There you go again.
But isn't it strange for someone like me with low education?
And what about you? Haven't you realized by now that academic qualifications aren't everything, based on your own experiences?
Ha? What do you mean?
I asked a friend who works at the same company as both of you. It turns out that you and Lee are working for a major corporation, but you're both stuck as perennial low-level employees, right?
Just shut up.
Let's get back to the point. Considering the future maintenance challenges of the house, we decided to sell it. And once we found a buyer, that's when you and Liam moved in.
Ha?
I clearly explained all of this at that time, and both of you enthusiastically replied, saying got it.
Seriously?
There's no point in lying at this stage, right?
Is this for real?
By any chance, have you not found a new place to move to yet?
Of course not. We never thought we had to leave, you know.
That's why I told you to listen carefully to what others say.
Stop nagging.
Anyway, find a new place to move to as soon as possible. Can't you ask the company for company housing or some flexibility?
Impossible. I messed up a little when I moved in before.
Really?
Sis, do something.
Why me?
Because you're my sister.
And?
Help me out.
Are you really so incapable of finding an apartment?
What did you say?
Well, It seems like you still have some pride left. Work together as a couple and figure something out.
We don't have any money.
I don't know.
Sis,
Goodbye.
don't abandon us.
As for what happened afterwards, the brother and his wife, who were unable to afford the moving expenses due to a lack of money, ended up resorting to finding live-in jobs. It's a bit unfortunate, but they decided to leave their stable positions in reputable companies. I couldn't help but think, what are they doing? However, it seems that our parents have made the deliberate choice to turn a blind eye to the two of them, who are somewhat spoiled by society. Since I am also married and no longer a child myself, I made the decision not to lend them a hand. But let me tell you, their personalities haven't changed. It appears that they stumbled upon interpersonal conflicts right from the start in their new live-in arrangements. They always seem to huddle together in a corner, keeping to themselves. Well, in a sense, perhaps it's progress that they are causing less trouble and keeping to themselves, without causing any harm.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to our channel.